Hey, what's up YouTube? It's abluegolfball here today with another Pokemon TCG online video, and today I have for you guys a Lucario EX deck. This is the 180 HP fighting type Pokemon with 3 attacks. Missile Jab hits for 30, attack isn't affected by resistance. Corkscrew Smash hits for 60, and then you can also draw until you have 6 cards in your hand, which is kind of nice. It's almost like a setup at the end of your turn. Somersault Kick hits for 100 with 3 energy, of course. And then the nice thing here is that it is a fighting Pokemon, which means you have Fighting Stadium and Strong Energy, and of course Muscle Band. And Somersault Kick, with all the right pieces, including, Giovanni Scheme. For example, you have 3 strong energies and a muscle band and fighting stadium. You can hit and Giovanni Scheme. You can hit for 220 damage. So it's kind of nice. 2 retreat cost is a little bit on the heavier side, but not as heavy as 3. It is weak to psychic, so that's something to look out for. And then the supporting cast here is going to be Crobat line, of course. These Crobats, Lucario and Bats. And we have Landorus here, 2 of these, as well as 2 Haluchas, and then 1 Shaman for setup and Sky Return. Hopefully you never get to do that. If you guys watch my streams, I have played this deck a couple of times, but I did modify it a little bit since then, and mostly what I added was Super Scoop Up, but that'll be coming up next. So that's it for the Pokemon line. Very straightforward, very simple Pokemon line, very consistent. You have 3 attackers. Actually, everybody except Shaman can attack, basically. Even your Zubat can attack. That's crazy. We do have, for item cards and whatnot, we have Battle Compressor, one of these, be able to discard some supporters and then use VS Seeker, or discard basic energies and have Landorus, Shadow Power energy accelerate that way. We have Super Scoop Up here, 3 of these, and mostly used for the Bats, but can definitely be used for Shaman EX. A little bit risky on these coin flips. Certainly still something you can use. We have 1 switch in case if you get paralyzed and things like that. We have the Ultra Ball here, 3 of these, as well as 4 VS Seekers. And that's it for the item cards. Only 5 different kinds of item cards. So when you play Karina here to search out for an item card, you're kind of out of selection. It's really consistent, right? In the sense that you just want to use Super Scoop Up. Maybe you want to scoop up Shaman. Maybe you want to scoop up an injured Pokemon. You want to use Ultra Ball or VS Seeker, and get another supporter that way. So not too many options there. Not a lot of item cards to choose from. Besides, I forgot. Also Focus Sash, and then also Muscle Band there as well. AZ here, again, pretty straightforward for the Bats or even for Shaman. And then Bridget here, since we do have a lot of different kinds of, not a lot, but 3 different kinds of non-EX basics. You can get out all 3 of them and set up your bench right away. It's kind of nifty that way as well. Giovanni Scheme, already mentioned this, be able to hit for 20 more damage or draw until you have 5, which is kind of nice as well. Hex Maniac, mostly for Aegislash. If you're using Strong Energy and you have on a Lucario EX, you want to use Hex Maniac to kind of get around that. Certainly you can use it if you're playing this in Expanded. You can use that for Safeguard abilities for Sigilyph and Suicune. We have Judge right here, kind of the poor man's N nowadays in the standard format, shuffling both players' hand until they have 4. Karina, 3 cards of these, 3 copies for Karina. Being able to get all of those fighting type Pokemon is also the item cards I mentioned previously. 1 Lysander, definitely a staple in everyone's deck, and then Sycamore, a staple, and Shauna. Now, notice I'm not playing any Professor Birch's Observation because I always flip tails. I'm kidding. You can play those if you want. We have Fighting Stadium here, 3 copies of these. 1 Focus Sash. Now, you guys might think you guys want to play more than 1, but that's up to you. If you want to go more defensive route, certainly play more than 1 Focus Sash. We have 2 Muscle Bands for a little bit more of offensive route. We have 4 Strong Energies and 6 Fighting Energies. That's it for the deck. Let's go ahead and see this deck in action on Pokemon TCG Online. Alright, and we're playing against Big Luker. It is a Grass and Psychic deck. My opponent's going to be calling the coin toss here. Big Luker is going to be going for tails or heads, and it was heads, so we lost the coin toss. That's alright. I don't mind going second if we do start off with a Lucario. Hey, we start off with a Landorus. Pretty solid start. And, okay, so, yeah, not the worst start. Again, I don't know. Ooh, we see Zubat and we see a Spinarak over here. We do have the Karina. Oh man, that means he could get the air rattles right away with that force giant plants thing, whatever. So, not the best scenario here. We don't have any energies in the discard pile. Strangely enough, we see a Muscle Band on the Zubat with an energy drop, so that's very intriguing. As well with a Professor Birch's Observation, flipping tails right here, drawing only 4 cards. It is our turn right now. We do have a VS Seeker for the next turn. I'm going to go for the Karina first and foremost. Let's go and grab this Lucario. Now, the question is, do we have Battle Compressor all set and ready to go? We do. We do have a Battle Compressor here. That's terrific news. Let's go ahead. We will just play this here, and look at this. Battle Compressor in the next turn, we should be able to play the Battle Compressor for a different supporter. And if you look at the playmat, I'm actually going to go and grab a Sycamore, as well as probably 2 energies into the discard pile. And then we're going to go with this. Play the energy onto our Landorus. We have a Muscle Band here that I will play, I guess? Sure. We'll hang on to these right here for the next turn. Let's go for the Shout of Power, get some energies back into play. With that resistance, it would take quite a bit before we will knock out the Zubat, but since our Lucario here can hit for 30 without the skill dive, or without the resistance, we should be able to avoid that. Here is a Crushing Hammer, flips tails. Thank goodness we were able to dodge that bullet. Again, we have our own Muscle Band we can play, another Muscle Band we can play for the Lucario. We've got a Switch ready to go, as well as a VS Seeker for that Sycamore, but I may just play it slow, may just try to power up this Lucario. Why the heck not? I mean, not in particular hurry, but if we really want to play it slow, we could VS Seeker for Karina to get another VS Seeker as well as another Lucario and power up that other Lucario, or something else too. That way we have a lot more weapons on the bench, and then also have a lot more energy accelerating. So not a bad idea either, and certainly we can... Ooh, we get hit with a skill dive. Oh, that's kind of funny. Oh, we actually top deck a Karina. That's kind of nice. So we'll play the Karina. We'll get another Lucario. No big deal there. And what do we want off of this here? Probably could go with... Oh, we don't have many choices. Not that many choices at all. We don't have that many item cards to choose from, but that's okay. Yeah, let's could go with this Lucario here, and then probably just end the turn. I'm not end the turn, but go for another Shout of Power. I think our hand looks pretty decent for the next turn. We'll just hit this for another 20 and get that energy drop right there. So playing it slow, again, we can probably just knock out the Zubat at some point, but with 40 damage on the Zubat, we should be able to knock it out even if it was able to evolve into a Golbat in the next turn, since our Lucario is here, as well as a Muscle Band ready in hand, can just knock out a Crobat if it comes into play. But the Crobat will be able to have free retreat, just remember that as well. We got a Sceptile EX here with Unseen Claw that can happen at any time now. That's a little bit worrisome. Does add some concerns, but here's an AZ picking up that Zubat there. Oh man, I should have just knocked it out when I had the chance. It does bring out a Spinnerack for some reason, and here is a String Shot. We are paralyzed, but that doesn't matter. Okay, so here we go. I think I'm just gonna say forget it with the yeah. Oh man, tough decisions. We'll switch out right now. Alright, you know what? I could... Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get the Shaman instead. Probably maximize... Good thing we do have Shaman. That would suck if the Shaman was prized and then I grabbed it. Oh man, it's always good to check. Always good to check. Alright, let's draw until we have 6. We got another VS Seeker there. That's nice and dandy. Here we go. Here's that right there. Let's go with not a Hawlucha, I don't think. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's go. Do we want the Hawlucha on the bench? Do we? No, we don't. We don't. Not really. I want to get another Zubat. That's really what I want to do. Alright, let's grab this Golbat here. Let's get a Zubat, right? Alright. No, we're not in a hurry to get more things. So let's go with this VS Seeker and probably go with the Sycamore for the next turn. Alright. A little bit. Okay, let's just go with Sycamore right now. Yeah, that's right. We did lose on that Ultra Ball, but no need for the Ultra Ball, really. Let's go with this Golbat here. Apply some pressure on the Sceptile, I think. We'll go with that. We have a Fighting Stadium, which we can counter the Stadium here. And then we'll draw an extra card. Go for the Corkscrew Smash. We draw only one extra card, and that's the reason why I considered just keeping the Sycamore in our hand, but whatever. Hey, we got a Super Scoop Up. We can scoop up that Golbat. Hopefully we can do that. But at the same time, I wouldn't want to scoop up the Golbat. I'd actually want to see if I can get a Crobat into play. That would be much preferred. Looks like my opponent's going to be going for the Erados and trying to do the Poisonous Nest and then hit us for an Unseen Claw that way. We do have the Super Scoop Up, which we can play for the Lucario, and I think we should survive the turn. So we get an Unseen Claw here. It does hit us for 130. Again, we will survive the turn. Here's the big question. Are we going to be able to get this Super Scoop Up? If we do, that'll be huge. No, it is Tails. But it's a sacrifice I'm willing to take. We're going to go for the Corkscrew Smash. Should be able to hit for a pretty intense amount of damage. Let's go for the Shauna here. Could have gone with the Hex Maniac actually for the next turn. That way he wouldn't be able to use Unseen Call-Out. But hey, with the Crobat. So right now, our Somersault Kick is hitting for, with the Muscle Band, 120. With the Strong Energy, 140. We're a little bit short. But because of the Fighting Stadium, we can actually get away with it. So I'm going to hang on. Actually, you know what? I'll play the Crobat. Let's play it onto the Erados here. We'll just kind of chip away at this guy. And then let's go for the Somersault Kick. Taking this guy out. Damage increased. And that's a knockout on the Sceptile EX. At some point, if we can survive, we'll survive a couple more turns, assuming he doesn't attack us. But that poison damage, we should survive coming into our turn, unless that Zubat does hit us with a Skill Dive. If he does, we have another Lucario EX ready to go. After that, we can hit him and knock him out. Ooh, Thugger sent me a private offer. Okay, sounds good. Oh man, never mind. We're going to get knocked out here. Hitting 20 plus the poison damage. That will knock us out. But we are ahead in prizes. We'll be able to knock out this Golbat with our Lucario, being able to hit him with the Corkscrew Smash. Not quite enough, actually. Do we have another Muscle Band? We do not. No more Muscle Bands. That's a little bit tragic. But we do have another Lucario here. And we can get an Ultra Ball, I think. Yeah, let's get the Hawlucha. Yeah, Hawlucha. And do we have an Ultra Ball? Oh man, if we don't have any more Ultra Balls, we do get a Super Scoop Up. Okay, I'll take the Super Scoop Up. Okay, if we can get Scoop Up this Crobat, we should be able to knock out this Golbat. And yes, it's heads. We'll scoop them up. Here it is. Perfect. Let's play down our Zubat here. We'll evolve this right there. And our Corkscrew Smash would have hit for 60. It would have been a little bit short. But because because we were able to get this Golbat here, we can hit him for the Corkscrew Smash, and that'll be a knockout. It hit for 60 because of that resistance, but with that extra 20 there, that's a knockout on the Golbat. And look at that. We are on our way towards victory. Another Zubat. Not that I really need that, but we have a Crobat ready to go. We can apply the Crobat onto the Erados here. Apply a lot of pressure that way. All we need is one more Golbat, and that'll be a knockout on the Erados. Ooh, Poisonous Nest. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's no good. That's a lot of pressure for our Lucario EX, and getting hit for weakness because of that Psychic. Yeah, oh my goodness. We can counter the Stadium. That's good news. Again, that we are. Oh man, this is pretty intense here. All right, so let's go ahead. We will let's just take out this guy here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go for the Professor Sycamore here, and if we can get a Golbat. Oh my goodness, we miss on the Golbat. That's okay. We should be able to knock out the Gyarados in the next turn, assuming we can go with AZ in the next turn. So here we go. Let's go big for no reason. Let's just hit him for that 100 damage for the heck of it. And even with that resistance, we're still able to knock it out. Hey, we got a Bridget. Look at that. Bridget shows up very late to the party here. Oh my goodness, the poison damage. He won't have enough energy though. We can get hit with the Sleep Poison, but doesn't matter. With the AZ picking up the Crobat, we should be able to knock out the Gyarados and wrap up the game, taking that last prize. Very convincing matchup here, being able to take down Sceptile EX and these bats as well, the Gyarados. But yeah, I mean, he needs to get energy drops here. He needs to put us to sleep. If we go to sleep, it doesn't matter. We can still use AZ, pick up the Crobat, and play that Golbat down. And that'll be goodbye, Erados, and taking the win. So a jamming that gets played, but that's not going to matter anymore. Sleep Poison's not going to matter either. We'll just let our opponent know. It's going to be GG right here. We'll say GG to our opponent. Coming into our turn, we do wake up anyways. Not that it doesn't. We even have a Lysander. I'll just take the easy way out. I mean, certainly we could have done the AZ route, but we'll go with this Somersault Kick, hitting for 120 unnecessary damage right here, and taking the win. The last Crobat in the prizes right there, and here we go. So that's it. Looks like I have a couple things not working here with my computer. But anyways, that's it for the match. If you guys liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you guys are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button below this video. If you guys are returning subscribers, thanks so much for being a part of this channel, being part of this epic journey of endless and countless Pokemon TCG online battles. You guys take care, have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.